I expect to be in prison about 160 days, however long it will take.
You have one chance to get to know the army, and that's when you join it.
Our only choice is to fight. I'm sorry.
I was sure I would be a fighter.
It's policy to kick people out of their lands. It's policy to take all these lands, to give it to settlers. Then they complain Palestinians teach their children hate. No one knows that your soldiers are teaching our children hate.
Palestinians in Gaza want to kill me, and I don't need the army to defend me.
It's such a huge machine, and it will crush you if you try to change.
כיבוש אכזרי ואלים על עם אחר לא רק פוגע בהם אלא גם משחית אותנו.
I think I want Japanese people to think about how there is this whole big social issue that happens somewhere very far away from them, and maybe they would be very interested suddenly about exactly what it is, because I think the film doesn't show everything, and it's more of like a small part or a taste of the Israeli occupation over Palestinians, and I wish that watching the film they would want to learn more about it and research about it and meet people who know about it, and through that learn more.
Hi everyone, my name is Molly and I'm the director and producer of Objector, and I'm speaking to you from my home in the United States, where I'm currently sheltering in place to keep safe from both the pandemic and the wildfires and smoke that are currently ravaging California. I hope wherever you are, you're safe and well, despite these very difficult times. I think for me personally and most people around the world, 2020 has been an incredibly difficult time to find hope. But one thing that I learned from the protagonist of this film is that hope is not something that you can always find, and sometimes it's something you have to make. And I met the protagonist of this film, whose name is Atalya, through her brother, Amitai, and we met in university many years ago, and he also produced and wrote the film with me. And when he first introduced me to his sister, she was still in high school and expecting to become a combat soldier. And when she eventually began considering other options, learning a lot, and facing really difficult decisions, I decided to follow her process with my video camera. And before I made this film, which is my first documentary, I became a community organizer and an activist in several different social and economic justice movements, and I met many people who took risks and imagined better futures and leveraged whatever power that they have to make those futures reality. And all these people inspired me a lot on a personal level, but when I met Atalya, I thought, wow, her story really deserves to reach a much larger audience. So I made this film because, like Atalya, I'm also a young woman who's trying to figure out how to creatively and boldly take action against inequality, militarization, and discrimination, all things that you'll see in the film. I myself am not Israeli or Palestinian, Muslim or Jewish, but I understand that my own country's government is deeply complicit very involved in the human rights abuses happening across the world, and that it's up to all of us, wherever you are, to confront them, and also to amplify the voices of those fighting for peace and equality within Israel and Palestine. So Objector is by no means a comprehensive view of conscientious objection in Israel or really any aspect of Israeli and Palestinian history. But if you are interested in learning a little bit more about the people and the stories in this film, I recommend downloading the Objector Discussion and Action Guide, which you can find on objectorfilm.com. Thank you so much for watching and engaging with this story. I can't promise that you will walk away with an abundance of hope, but maybe it will inspire you to go out and make your own.